Omnia was founded in 1953 in Sasolburg and focuses on fertilizers, explosives and chemicals for the agriculture, mining and industrial sectors. In 2003, they acquired SA's largest distributor of chemicals called Protea Chemicals. Omnia has a market cap of 7.2 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 11 and a dividend yield of 2.6%. Omnia, Paul, what do you make of it right now?
Yeah, quite an interesting story. The reason they're in Sasolburg is because that was where the original Sasol plant was, and these guys basically buy ammonia or natural gas as the input to make nitric acid and then to make explosives as well as fertilizers. So everything we've been talking about tonight, we know about chemicals and all that stuff, but fertilizers is interesting because we know that globally there are like 7 billion people to feed, and one of the key issues in recent years has been how the application and availability of fertilizer gives you higher agricultural yields so that you can feed everybody, and that's a big growth story in Africa and everyone's very excited about. This company was a bit of a mixed bag until the last year or so, and you can see that share price has just been going gonzo higher. So it's been getting a lot of people very excited. The market cap is now up to about 8+ billion. So definitely an interesting story. So
does the agricultural side of things excite you as much as Paul?
Over the long term, definitely. But over the shorter term, I think their explosive business are actually the more exciting part of their business. The reason why I like the explosive business is they are more focused on the surface mining, and especially the coal mining. So they are getting quite a lot of volumes now with the Medupi and Kusile ramp up with the power plants. They are providing the explosive for that. They have a very big dominant market position there. So they're getting volumes growth there. They just built a new nitric acid plant in South Africa, which now means that the input costs for the explosives are even less. So, and then they're very sensitive to the rand. If the rand weakens by 10%, their earnings usually goes up by 8%. So they really have everything at the moment. You have the price of the explosives going up, you've got volumes going up, and you've got your input costs going down. That really is a very nice position for a company to be in. So it looks
like there's lots of positives for this company. Yeah. Paul, what do you imagine the risks would be for this one?
Well, not too many actually. I think with the trading update recently, they said the results are going to be 50 to 60% higher. So that takes away the worry about the share price being a little bit too frothy. I don't know, I just think the fertilizer thing is interesting because apart from the long-term stuff, we know that the maize crop in North America basically failed because of too much sun and not enough rain in Iowa or something. And as a result, the maize prices are like 2,700 something or others per something or other. So the farmers are all going completely crazy. We've had early rains in this country. So everybody is basically plowing up the backyard and putting as much as they can in, hoping maybe even for a double crop. So accordingly, we think fertilizer sales are going to be very strong this year. So that'll benefit everybody, but these guys as well. And yes, the timing is very good because they did that rights issue and raised about 1 billion rand a couple of years ago at 50 rand a share in order to pay for the nitric acid plant. And now that's on stream and everything looks good. And so they've got the ability to really fatten up their margins right at the time when the demand is very strong. So this has been a good story for Rod Humphries, the CEO, and everybody's loving it at the moment. The stock keeps gapping higher and higher and higher. It's a hot one.
So hot for Paul. Omnia, hot or not?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite stocks on this market at the moment, so definitely hot for me as well.